Hi, everybody, and welcome to Las Ventanas Live. Look who I have with me today, Mr. Doug
I'm
Flegel.
back again. I was with you a couple days ago, took a little hiatus, and we switched around. We
Yes.
told you it's not the same old Doug and Sandy show. It's Las Ventanas Live. Sandy on the right, Doug on the left. Who knows who's going to be here tomorrow?
That's right. We're
Did
just
you
trying to.
did you announce your schedule of visiting guests?
Not yet. We got to keep a little suspense. We got to keep everybody on their toes.
That was
Everything is subject to change.
That was my little attempt at teasing. So, but there is a special guest lined up, Sandy told me.
There is, and we have one today.
Oh,
All right.
why, thank you.
You're welcome. Hi there, everybody. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. It's starting to warm up out there, which is so nice to be able to start doing some more things and getting outdoors. So super excited for that. And having the longer days is nice. Just want to reiterate some information about transportation. As I mentioned on Friday on the show, you should have all received in your cubbies a new transportation availability schedule. What we're doing is we're adding a couple shopping dates during the week. And what we want to do is we really need to prioritize our medical appointments for our transportation team. So we've added those shopping trips. So any of those shopping errands, we ask that you please schedule those when we have the shopping trips. And if you feel that there's a shopping trip that maybe we're not meeting your needs that is on there, please let me know. We can always, adjust and make some changes there. But we're doing this to really give priority to the medical appointments as we're starting to open up and picking up more. And as we're starting to do more outings and things like that, we really want to focus on more of those fun things. So please help us with some of those shopping errands and schedule shopping during the shopping times that we do have available on the calendar. So I wanted to remind you about that. And the other is about the mailroom. We do have signs posted on there as far as only keeping 2 residents in that mailroom at a time. Even though things are opening up, it is still important that we follow the guidelines and the restrictions that are out there. And right now we have posted only 2 in at the mailroom at a time. And we've asked that once you get your mail, instead of sorting your mail through the mailroom, we've pulled a couple tables out over by the bistro that you're more than happy to take your mail and sit down at the table and be able to sort through your mail there. So if you can please do that, just so we're considerate to others, if other people are waiting to get their mail, and if we're in there sorting mail, it kind of takes the time for those. So please be considerate of others and use the tables that we have there when sorting the mail. And the other, as it's warming up, our pool is warming up too as we speak. So the heater went on today. We're getting that pool heated up to 88 degrees of nice bath water. And we are going to start opening that pool early part of next week. So starting on Monday, our first AquaFit class will start on Tuesday. Those classes will be held every Tuesday and Thursday at 10. So you can start signing up for those classes as of the end of this week, as of this Thursday. So please look to that. If you have any questions, please let me know. And then we have the April calendar coming out right around the corner here on Wednesday. So please stay tuned. So some outings and some different programs that we have coming your way. So those are the updates that I have for all of you today. Turn it over to Doug and see what he has.
Well, Sandy touched on a couple of the things, not necessarily. She opened the door on a couple. The swimming pool, as Sandy mentioned, she's in the process of getting it opened and getting the heater going. The one other item that I would add to that is that a new awning has been ordered. We signed off on the paperwork a couple weeks ago, and that order has been placed by Rosa. So we're waiting for the new awning to arrive. And as I shared with you at the last town hall, we will get that installed upon arrival. Now, we're very hopeful that it'll be delivered in a timely fashion. But as many of you are aware, through the pandemic, there are unanticipated delays. And for that reason, we can only target a date and then keep our fingers crossed. But the awning for the swimming pool, the new awning has been ordered, and we're expecting its arrival. The COVID-19 update, the last time that I spoke with you, we had one positive case, a team member in residential living. That individual is now asymptomatic. It's self-quarantined for the required amount of time. So that individual is feeling much better, ready to come back to work, got all the clearances from primary care physician, public health departments, and so forth. So as of today, there are no positive cases at all in the Las Ventanas family. And then the other item that I wanted to offer some clarification on, which Sandy touched on a bit earlier as well, are that we still have guidelines in place for physical and social distancing, for hand washing, and for wearing the masks, as well as getting the thermal scanning device to take your temperature after you answer the questions and sign in. Those are all guidelines. We also have our guidelines in place about seating capacity in the La Paloma dining room, and our bistro is still under observation, and that will continue to remain a grab and go. The reason that I bring that up, in the suggestion box, there's a note. Only in reading the local Las Ventanas or Las Vegas Review Journal did I learn COVID restrictions were lifted. What ones? What restrictions remain? Communication would be nice. Well, for those of you who are aware, we had a fabulous grand opening and donor celebration event last week for our new putting green. And we had the media come in, both television and print media, and we did some interviews and had conversations with the media, and the message was taken to the local paper that our restrictions were lifted. And in fact, we are continuing to reopen our community, and we are continuing to lift the restrictions in as much as possible, but not entirely. And the reason that we're not entirely lifting our restrictions is because if we would happen to come across an outbreak, we would need to scale back our activities and essentially start closing back down in a very, very efficient manner to make sure that the spread is stopped as quickly as possible. So when we talk about opening up the community and lifting the restrictions, the best way I can say it is picture a lever. And as we move the lever forward, our restrictions are being raised, but they are not being entirely eliminated. They are still in place. If there happens to be several positive cases within the community, which constitutes an outbreak, the lever gets pulled back and we begin to shut down again. So when you read in the Las Vegas newspapers that our COVID restrictions have been lifted, I want to bring clarification to it. They are being raised in order to loosen up our lifestyle here and enjoy many of the activities and events and entertainment that we did before. However, we never want to entirely remove them, because if we just get a small handful of cases, we're going to pull that lever back and close down the amenities, i.e. the beauty shop, the dining room, the social gatherings, etc., as quickly as possible to keep you safe and healthy, and your welfare is made a priority. So I really want to stress that what Sandy is saying is we're opening up the community and we're bringing back a lot of the activities, but at the same time, we're never letting that lever go, because if we have to pull it back, we will be able to close the community down very quickly to make sure that your health is and remains the priority. So I just wanted to make sure that, but on another note in that same regard, I just want to congratulate everybody for the fun times and the events and the celebrations we held last week, and the positive press that we got from a wonderful gift that was given by very generous donors for the benefit of all of our residents. So at any time, if anyone has any questions about our restrictions, our guidelines, and and how we're moving forward, feel free to reach out, Sandy, myself, or any member of the leadership team. So that
Right.
covers it. The
Thank
swimming
you.
pool awning's on its way. We
Awesome.
have 0 COVID cases, and we want to open up, but we want to do it very carefully.
Thank you for that clarification. Thank you, Doug. I have one more thing. Speaking of Cubigo, this came up from dining. There has been some confusion in regards to the table reservation cube. There might have been a glitch in the system where that has been enabled. Dave Sacco had mentioned that some reservations were coming through. So I want to be clear to avoid any confusion that that table reservation cube is still closed at this time. So if you got through, that should be changing here very soon. Until they can work out all the kinks of that cube, they're not going to open it up. So no table reservations through Cubigo. That's still being placed through the host stand and through the reservation sheets that are going out to all of your apartments. So still going through that way. As soon as they work through those kinks where they can open it up, by all means, they will. They are continuing to do the pilot program with Cubigo and Full Count for the online ordering piece. If you are interested in participating in that program as we pilot, please reach out to Dave Sacco. I know he's been on the show a few times. Please reach out to him and let him know. The more we can get piloting that program, the sooner hopefully we'll be able to open it up to all of you and to the community. So it'll be nice to be able to open up those other features. So I just wanted to clarify that. So table reservations are still being held through the sheets or through the dining host station. And that being said, I think that's all we have for you today.
One parting, yep.
Mhm.
Use those med alerts, push the button. As Sandy was talking, and the more that she shares with you, it jogs my memory. And I just want to make sure all of you are aware, continue to use the med alert system, the wristband, because it does work.
It does work. And by all means, use those pendants. You can also stop by the concierge at any time, and you can also, we can test it and make sure. I know some residents felt maybe there wasn't working. Remember, when you push that pendant, you need to press firmly until you feel vibration on the pendant. Once it's vibrated, it has been activated. It goes directly to the desk and to assisted living, to our clinical team. So if you're not sure, please come by. We will test it at any time to ensure that you know that it is working. And we want to make sure all of you are safe as possible. So please don't hesitate to ask, okay?
I promise that's it for me.
Okay, that's it for me too.
That's it for me.
Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you here tomorrow.
Bye-bye.